sat down working on a Jewish Buzz Lightyear to Infinity and the Job Centre. Someone had left 47 pence on this table here. I mean, shit. Thank you very much. Like they say, you find a penny, pick her up, all the day you'll have good luck. Well, that's 47. Oh, if I'm correct, that's 52 days good luck there. 10, 20, 30, no, 47 days good luck. Thank you very much. Hopefully that fucking translates to something, because I could use a little luck right now. I'll get a snack with that. Or you can just say that you purchased me this Hungry Hippo. I bought it and I'm kind of like, because I've been quite healthy today, other than the can of Rio that I'm dealing with right there. I shouldn't have squashed it, because then I could have used it as a camera prop. Set you up there. Yeah, I don't know, I think I'm trying to get battle ready, I think. And that's not regarding my recent defeat to the Anza K-Dog, you know. I'm a man who's more than happy to flaunt his losses. You know, in a way the loss kind of felt better than the victory, because Kyle didn't want to lose. He's an athlete, you know. That loss would have fucking hurt him. But anyway, we're in here to dwell on fucking stuff that's gone on recently, whatever. It's more keeping it moving, keeping it going forward. And art-wise, lately, I'm really killing it. I'm putting in the work. I'm doing what I should be doing. A lot of that's down to the fact that I haven't worked in 6 weeks. It's been nice. So I'm down to the point now where it's like, oh shit, I need to start selling some assets or fucking get a job quick, fast. I haven't stooped to desperation. I haven't texted my old boss, who we ended on fairly good terms. Spoke to him recently. He says, oh, I'll save your number. He drove past earlier, actually. Give him the old thumbs up. He didn't look, but his son did, so shout out your lad. Fucking no, you shouldn't go back on yourself in life, definitely not. I think there was a good bond there. I like working for the dude. He was a good dude, but something there. Why I weren't happy in the first place as to why I wanted to not work for him no more. I think it wouldn't be long until that flared up again. I need harmony. I need blissfulness, and I think me and him fed into each other's bad habits a little bit. The drinking, you know, after work we'd go and have fucking a few tins on the way home, and that's the thing with drinking at the minute. It's been really fucking knocking me about, man, in the mornings and stuff. And I ain't even got to have a great deal. It's just this collective build-up of, I couldn't honestly say the last day. Like, you know, there's days I'll have a beer, and that to me is like a day off. And I have this joke with my cousin, because he's recently started getting healthy as well. My cousin, man. And I normally only phone him after a few beers, you know, that's the nice dynamic and stuff. But then recently he's been like, oh no, look, I'm keeping it out of the week now, I'm just hitting it at the weekends. And yeah, for me, like, it's not that much of a problem to where, like, I'm saying I need to stop outright or I'm going to stop outright. I think results speak, you know. You shouldn't be sitting there saying stuff. People make it hard for themselves by putting out things on the internet, especially like, oh, I'm not going to do this no more, I'm not going to smoke weed, I'm not going to drink. I think I've made one before about how alcohol's like a problem in my life or whatever, and I didn't turn it around, and I've kind of been not dwelling, but like basking in that sort of gluttonous life, you know, especially just lately. Like, you know, every day I'm there, like, I could fucking eat a cheeseburger, you know what I mean? And I just want to bring back some strength to base level, you know, to how maybe you run yourself as a young child when you've not got, you're forced to eat healthy almost, you know, like if your parents are any good, you know, they ain't ordering you 3-4 Mackies a week. But yeah, like, just trying to tap back into, I want to be fucking battle ready, you know, mission ready. That was the word, not battle ready. I want to be mission ready, but say I gotta run, the feds fucking chasing me doing a due, I gotta run. I want to be ready to run. I want to be on it, bosh, like I'll go back to the fight real quick. You know, after that for 2-3 days, I was like, oh shit, my neck. But I can tell you, like my tendons and stuff. I'm 29, got like tendons that I feel like old laggy bands. You know, not been looking after myself for a good, probably 7 years now. And looking after yourself can mean like different things. You know, I look after myself in some level of degree or whatever. You know, more than people that don't look after themselves, and it shows, you know. But I'm not tip top. I'm not like watching a sports team, you know, a team that's winning the league at the time, you know, smashing it on full game. Everyone's fucking doing the part. Everyone's just max fucking effort. And I don't think you can. I always kind of thought, well, maybe I could be like a John Daly, you know, be a bit of a fuck up and smoke and drink and do this and still be cooking really like fucking to a high level. But I just don't think that's possible for a lot of people. There's like the super freak person who can like function like that, and that's them. But I even think, even what if they were to, you know, go that next level and really step it up, like your John Daly or fucking, I ain't gonna say Ric Flair, because you know all these wrestlers and shit. Yeah, they're looking fucking buff, big units of men, whatever, but they ain't healthy, are they? You know, there's different levels of shit. You can be looking good and looking healthy, but you're not really, or you can be healthy even and other shit. Like I know people who eat well and do everything right, but there's something lacking in them, you know. Financial illiteracy as well, being a Mongol with money, chucking cash about like it's nothing, that's a big thing. I think I'm ready to be better, but I don't want to. Also, what disgusts me is people who like make that the whole spiel, like, I don't do cocaine no more, my name's Cocaine Shane, or even to some degree Dapper laughs, but you've got to respect what he's done, because he's, you know, it's not just talking about his sobriety all the time, he's still a funny guy and he's got his comedy, and that's been his main sort of pivot point of, I've watched how he's gone in the last few years of, I think he was big and then he like fell off and had this like real low patch, and then he came back where he was like just thriving, and it's something different. But it's not got to the point where it's that bad for me, where there needs to be a drastic change or like I'm asking for help or whatever. That still feels very dirty. I'll never fucking put myself out there like that where I'm desperate for something, you know. Same with like selling me art, you know. There's people asking like, oh, do this, do that. It needs to be with the shop. I want to set up a shop, obviously. As soon as I get some money coming in again, I'm not going to be holidaying or nothing sooner. I think I need a complementary business to go alongside with what I'm doing, and I know that, and that ain't what I'm going into, but it doesn't want to be like, oh, sharing my fucking artwork on Instagram. My mate done it as a joke the other day, like, can someone help me fund my weed habit? Yeah, that's cool, but it's also, it was a joke for one, so I'm not taking it seriously or like slandering him for it, but that seems very low quality to me, like almost not beggy, but like if I were to share my art and my stories, like, does anyone want to buy this for 20 quid so I can go get an eighth or some beers? Like, yeah, that's kind of hilarious if that's how you pitch it, but it's laughable, you know. It's not serious. You're never going to fetch big numbers. Like, there's a guy I really respect, his art's amazing, how he runs his page and how he's doing it, and he's got less people than me on it, and I'm pretty sure he is fucking making somewhat of a income off it, you know. You go on his page and that there's a lot of sold out bits and bobs, and he's doing prints and he's doing all this, and the art is fire, so I know I'd buy it, so I know other people would buy it, you know. It's good. But that's what I want to do. I want to be mission ready, and that, what is the mission? It's still very much paint the fucking Jews, but it can mean other things too. There's like that dark energy that you're basking as well, that like, oh, I'm gonna drink tonight, I'm gonna go meet my friends and fucking party and do some drugs, and that's a funny energy, because if you don't do that, you know, like if you have a few nights away from all of that sort of stuff and you just sit with your thoughts, I think what a lot of us do with like alcohol and partying is it's like self-soothing in a way. You're doing it because there's something there that maybe as a child or, you know, a young adult, whatever, there's something that you were hurt by, and I think some people become that far removed from what that actual thing is that they don't even know what they're soothing anymore, but they just know that there's a pain there when they sit quietly with themselves, and they're just trying to run away from that. And I'm not like I say, I'm not at the lowest of the low. I think financially I'm not great at the minute, but that has a knock-on effect. I can't run off and do everything that I want to do and do all this and that. But also I knew sort of like subconsciously I'm trying to get myself better, and by having an abundance of cash to be able to go and smoke and drink and do all of this stuff, I've gone in a constant cycle of, you know, maybe some part of me is like this little niggling thought at the back of my head, which I have silenced for a long time, of, oh, we could do better than this, you know, we could be bigger, better, brighter. Again, I'll rehash, this is not me saying I'm going to try and do this, because I'm almost protecting myself. I'm scared to fail, so I don't want to be there like, oh, I'm going to do this, mark my words, this is my come up, this is my time, because the internet, rightfully so, will hold you to your words. If you say something and you don't do it, they will remind you. And I'll give you an example of that, and this isn't to, as he says, chinga the lad. He calls it chingering when someone writes abusive comments. There's a lad called Jack Roworth, he's from the next town over. He's going to be big on the internet, but he does the thing that I was talking about yesterday. He plays into that, gets people riled up, gets them pissed off. There's a lot of people being horrible to him in the comments, but that's really driving his channel. You know, you see him growing, he's growing fast. But it's all just kind of like you're watching it because you're watching a car wreck, and if you somehow see this Jack up, you know, I've reached out to work with you, you know, and fuck it, I think I ignored one of your messages, and you are now a bit ignorant, but I decided against working with you because I feel like people would throw me into the, like, under your wing of, oh, you and anyone around you is an idiot. Like I see it when you post with some fucking girls or, you know, normal people, and they'll be like, the people are copying abuse because that's what audience you've captivated. And I haven't built an audience like that. I've built a genuine following of like good solid people, and it's, you can feel like you're out at fucking Point Nemo sometimes doing this kind of shit. What is Point Nemo? It's the furthest part out from land. It's a place where, up until recently, there's a really good documentary I watched about it, actually. My cousin put me onto it, and he also gave me the idea for Point Nemo. It was channeling it in a different way, and I didn't really like it. I was thinking, how can I, because I've studied it very little, I was thinking, how can I tie this into what I want to say without it seeming like fake deep and all of that stuff. But what I'm doing at the minute is, and any creative can relate to this, I think, you know, you're doing something and you're not sure if you're just going to be out there swimming in fucking deep water, or if someone's going to come along and, you know, scoop you up and be like, yeah, boo, come on this boat, and you somehow get scooped up onto a yacht, or, you know, I don't know if this is quite tangible. Yeah, what I'm saying is it's got a bit muddled, but I am out there in deep, uncharted waters. It's like fucking K-Dog took me down into deep water, you know, the other day when I was fucking wrestling, he had me in that squeeze, but I kept wriggling, I kept fucking moving and grooving, and I found a couple of openings, and then because I wasn't mission ready, when my openings arose, the chance to fucking strike back, the chance to fucking dominate, I wasn't ready, because I haven't been preparing, I haven't been thinking. And if you're not doing it, there's other people out there, creatives, athletes, whatever, that are doing it, ready for it. And there's some people that are freaks of nature and that can, you know, not look after themselves, or they can not look after themselves but still somehow look after themselves as well, like be a bit of a contradiction. But how powerful these people would be if they hadn't, you know, gone into that sort of, like, athletics especially, this is, I think. But like, you have your Hunter S. Thompson, where do you think he would have ever done anything good if he wasn't, as he called it, going gonzo, like, on a mad drug-fueled fucking frenzy of constant work and grinding. And there is a magic in that, but I feel like that's somewhat lost now. You know, how great would Tyson have been if he didn't fall into the life of cocaine? Or maybe it wouldn't have been as great. Maybe just the right amount of drugs gives people that tenacity. And you know, there's definitely something there. Just the right amount of cocaine will turn you great. Too much of it, you got a problem. But you know, again, that's relative to the person. And this is for if you're just a normal fellow who works and wants to pass a bit of fucking time and you like to party, yeah, cool. But if you're trying to really like do something and sort of, because you know as well, like there's people out there that like listen to that and be like, oh fuck off. But you know if you're not thriving, like I've known like, for these past few years that I'm doing something, I'm doing well, I'm proud of myself, I love what I do love myself, I can truly say that. I don't think many people can, but I'm not hitting it like I need to be, man. And again, it's like, by doing this video, this is me hitting it, this is me fucking turning up, me doing my shit. And so many times, maybe because of the weed, or maybe I'm around a friend's partying or whatever, I didn't turn up and I didn't do the thing that is my main focus and is, I feel like, my purpose, man. And I feel like now I'm saying some shit. I feel like I'm at frequency, like I'm saying some real shit now. But I came out and I was like, what's this video going to even be about? I was a few different ones. I was going to do cocaine and athletic potential and ruining that, which I kind of just touched on. I was going to do Bob Marley, what would he think of the weed situation at the minute, how people are smoking dabs, how a gram of weed can cost you fucking £300. And when I first started smoking, I'll just loosely touch on it. I feel like this is a video that I need to make while I'm smoking a spliff, but at the minute I'm not smoking, so I will save this one. But this is one you got to look forward to. What would Bob think of the Stone situation now? Because I think a lot of us had this like Rasta sort of vibe when they first started smoking. Like that's what really sold it to me. And like if you say to a young kid like weed, what does it make you think? They think, oh yeah man, Rasta. You don't think fucking some scruffy youths like such as myself fucking smoking a spliff on the back of the bins around the fucking council building. But that's not where I'm, but the way the weed game's gone now, I just think Bob would be disappointed, and I'd just be interested to hear what he'd have to say. Obviously I could speculate and say, oh, Bob probably wouldn't be happy. Bob might love this Cali weed. Obviously, he wasn't someone who focused on money and income. But I'm guessing them songs fucking paid him a pretty penny, and Bob could probably smoke some good dope, so maybe I'm just waffling. But I certainly don't think he'd be fucking hitting a big metal, like, glass oil rig with a blowtorch and sucking in oil and shit. I think it's gone to when you're doing all that, it's drugs. It's fucking drugs. But, yeah, I've deviated off what I was saying, but it's not, because that's a full video in itself. Even though I've pretty much just rehashed my entire fucking points for that one. But I just wanted to make a video, and I didn't know what it was going to be, and then something's just come to me, like, I need to be mission ready, I need to be ready for it, and I don't want to be a dickhead who's there like, oh, this is my life now, I'm sober, and because those people are fucking the shit. Even Steve-O, I love Steve-O, but like, you go on about your sobriety all the time, it's boring, I don't want to hear it. But that's because we're people who haven't got to that point in our life where we need to hear that sort of stuff. And maybe there's people out there who love it because it helps them, even if they're not fucking showing up and not doing what they should be doing. Listening to guys like Steve-O or Cocaine Shane or Dapper Laughs is what they need, it's their medicine. And I'll say this as well, there's different voices, different messages, so I can take some stuff, maybe repolish it, put it back out as my own. I think that's something I could start doing a lot, because people don't listen to everyone and they don't hear what they have to say because of whatever, they're just not their cup of tea, not to their palate. So me getting back in touch with these talking videos is like probably one of my favourite style of video to make, because I'm exploring stuff in my head and I'm having a conversation with myself really. And without this camera here, I don't think I actually will sit down for a good half-hour point and sort of go over my thoughts and sort of voice what I'm saying, and it is logged on the internet, so it is, you know, it's a form of journaling. It's very, very fucking methodic, actually, like doing this stuff. I don't know if it's because I feel like I'm doing great, and then if you get the good feedback, people write comments and they're saying, yeah, look, what you said, bro, like, yeah, that makes sense to me. That gives you such a fucking nice feeling. I swear to you. But, you know, I think I'm gonna munch this, I can't lie. I've got some fucking, I'm skint, but I've got a bit of money, you know, I'm gonna go get some nice food. That's another thing of mine. I just need to stop eating fucking takeaways and shit all the time. But there is a Thai place. I ain't sure if it's gonna be open. I'll swing by there. It's like Thai fried chicken, I think. Fuck knows, but it looked good. I just walked past it the other day. It's the first time I noticed it. So I'm gonna go get some Thai fried chicken. I'd say that's about 24 minutes. Remember when I did that the other day and I was like, fucking boom, bang on the money, 12. But no, I ain't that good. Obviously, if I'd have done it again, I'd have just fucking quit this YouTube and become like a mystic meg or something, like reading palms. But I've been in shot this whole time, yeah, hopefully. I normally have a can of Stella to prop you up on. You'll see going back, there'll be times that I've not shown the fucking beer in the video, but you'll be able to tell the height difference. It's like, yeah, he's about a can of Stella right there, but I crushed me Rio. I'd have used that to prop you up, but you don't really want an empty can, either the wind can take it. Them GoPros are pretty hardy. That's what we're filming on right now. GoPro 11. Another thing to say is you ain't got to have this mad crazy gear to make a video. You ain't even got to have a GoPro like this. In fact, the footage I film on my phone is oftentimes better quality and nicer. I'll do that. I think maybe show you how to edit. So if there's anyone who has like listened to the last couple of videos, have said and thought, yeah, I'm gonna have a pop at it. I'm gonna do it, but I ain't got a camera. I ain't got the software. I'm gonna break it down for you lot. We're doing fractions. I'm gonna show you how to edit, and yeah. But peace and love, prosperity, my people. Again, this could all fucking fall on its arse in a week and I could go back to how I've been, but just know that I don't want to do that. I think I'm not in a bad place, that's the problem, but I wasn't in a great place either, so I'm ready for a great place. I want something good, and I think, you know, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to get it this time, and if I don't, then that should be God. But nah, I love people. I'll see you in the next one, yeah. I think I missed the point as well when I was on about Jack Roworth. I'll go back to this because he's a fucking brilliant topic, and like I say, I ain't shingering you, Jack, whatever, don't fucking cry, but you are fucking hilarious, man. You captivate the audience to fucking show that much discern fucking hate towards you, and I think you know what you're doing. You don't seem like a fucking stupid lad, but yeah, 90% of your fucking comments are abuse, and then occasionally you'll get someone such as I now and again like, go easy on the lad, but you make it hard, man. You do make it hard, and that is I think a recipe for greatness, to be fair, doing that sort of shit. If you can just be an absolute fucking ferret for a couple of years and just build up an audience like that, then be like, right, I'm fucking gonna switch it round now. That's good. But why I brought you up anyway, why I brought him up, he said he's gone to an AA meeting. I've got to quit. Fucking drinking's really bad. And then all you see, every post on the beads, get up, Chavo. Oh yes, oh yes. All people say, every video is like, oh, so the AA meetings are going well then, Jack. Or he's a journalist because he went and did a story about that fucking kid who stabbed a load of little girls in Liverpool. And it was a good little piece of journalism. So he's like, I'm a journalist now. So now every time he does a video that's like something absurd, that people are like, oh, great journalism, Jack, great journalism. And this is a good way of captivating the audience, you know, you're getting them talking, there's stuff going on. People are there to fucking shit on you, and yeah, it's bad, but that'll work, it will work. But like I say, once I've built something like this, you don't want to fucking have none of that, definitely not. Oh yes, right, in a bit.